must be drama TV hour. You know who I'm talking about. You know, the lovable people. The people that, well, you know, they're always right. Their arguments are coherent. You know, they're always for the team. They're always on the right side. You know the people I'm talking about. Drama TV. Um, it has its own channel, and it runs 24/7. And, well, wouldn't you know, it's considered an animal. A fox, of all things, a fox. Well, I'm talking about Fox News, of course. And, you know, one of their anchors, you know, well, he's in a little bit of hot water with well, the United States government. Because the military, you know, is the government. And, well, this guy is no stranger to controversy. He kind of glorifies in it, which is not necessarily a bad thing in and of itself. You know, all of us are controversial in our own ways. But, well, there's a lot of really ridiculousness in the whole argument to begin with. Let me break it down and synthesize it for you. It goes something like this. Fox News' host of their primetime hour, Tucker Carlson, well, he went about making a claim that the United States military is becoming increasingly more feminine, and the Chinese military is masculine. And, well, you know masculine beats feminine. So, in a patriarchal thinking, you gotta always assume that the patriarchy, well, it's gonna rear its ugly head again. And so that's what Tucker Carlson did. He advanced the patriarchal notion, an idea, and an argument. Well, you say, putting people's out. Is this idea based in any kind of reality? Well, certainly, if you operate in a hierarchical, patriarchal premise. Well, let's break down this idea, shall we, to the nitty-gritty, so we can examine it and see where there's any faults, if there are faults that lie in it. Because, you know, all ideas have merits, whether they be good or bad. And you have to find the faults. And if there's not enough faults in the idea, well, it should at least be attempted. So, the United States military is getting more feminine, shall you say? Well, let's see about that. Let's see. The American military, well, a bomb is neither masculine nor feminine. And with the robotics and advanced technology that we have, you don't need a man, a woman, a transgender individual, or a non-binary individual to actually fly over a place to drop a bomb. Nope, they can be like remotely controlled through advanced like drone systems. So it's not like we're on the battlefield in Mesopotamia anymore with our bayonets going, charge them, charge them. Nope, nobody has to pull the string on the cannon to fire the big ball. Boom. No, they actually don't fight wars like that anymore, Tucker. So I don't know how, like, any pregnant woman using the maternity outfit would even be near, like, a musket, you know? And here's the other thing about this whole hoopla. You know, it could be easily dispelled. Why don't Tucker Carlson go and visit some military bases? You know, you can tour the military bases. Check in on how the pregnant women are doing. Their combat skills. Their readiness. You know, those are all things Tucker Carlson could have done. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to opine and give a long monologue about things that, well, they things that really aren't relevant anymore. You know, this is typical of conservatism. There's always got to be this pushback when there's progress made. This pushback is coming as a direct result of the progress that women are attempting to make in the military. That's being thwarted by, well, patriarchal and misogynist men in the military and outside the military. You know, Tucker Carlson deems himself or sees himself as the United States whisperer. You know, the man who knows all and who can give the American public and the American establishment a thing or two about how to do things. You know, it's fine if you're an advisor and you know what you're advising about. But if you're trying to be an advisor and you don't know what you're advising about, it's not necessarily the most prudent thing to do. You know, Tucker Carlson and me have a lot of things in common. We didn't go to boarding school. We didn't go to, well, we didn't live out in California. Different parts. I wasn't near the bougie areas. But we both wear bow ties. You know, mine is purple. I don't give a damn what his color bow tie is. I digress though. The thing is, when you're giving advice, it's always best to give advice based off of, well, real, accurate information. And the information that Tucker Carlson is giving advice on, well, it's not very accurate anymore. It's outdated. It's prehistoric. It's Neanderthal thinking, as the current president would say. You know, there's a real problem in the military. A real problem of sexual assaults and rapes by misogynist individuals who wear the uniform. And I think what Tucker Carlson is and his ilk pushing back on is the progress that's trying to be made in the military. You know, trying to root out the misogyny, trying to root out the deep, entrenched, very dark, and despotic patriarchy. You know, Tucker Carlson never served in the military. Neither did I. And you know, while he did try to become a Central Intelligence Agency officer and got his application denied, I didn't try to do that. Mind you, they would never accept mine either. My thing is this. You know, if you're really concerned, go and do a PT test with any of these women who are not qualified because they're women. You know, it's really sad when somebody who's a father of daughters really does consider his daughters inferior to people who identify as being masculine or male. It's really a problem. It's really a deep entrenched thought or ideology. And a lot of white conservative men, and men in general, fall victim to that thinking or that notion or that ideology. It's really ill-equipped for the time that we live in. And it's not prudent to continue to have it. And so, I wish Tucker Carlson would do a little bit more, well, critical thinking before he opines about things that, well, are outdated and really, well, Neanderthal thinking.